Hello and welcome everybody. I hope you're all having a great day. Back with a documentary length video, folks. We're looking at dozens and dozens of strange artifacts at a new site I discovered to the east of Neukum in a region called Noachis Terra. The high-rise photograph here is called Circular Rocky Patch, acquired very recently on the 16th of January 2021 at 24.9 centimeters per pixel. And as usual, I'm showing you images cropped from the JP2 black and white map projected file, just over 500 megabytes in size. There's a look at the low-res black and white, and the anomalies I'll be showing you are some of these white specks littering this very weird terrain. Located to the eastern side of Neukum, over here on the left. The site is right there, and at the time of this video, the high-rise photograph had not been loaded to Google Earth Mars yet. We'll have a look at that site and some of the surrounding anomalies towards the end of the video. Right, the first very weird structured item right there. We've got another one of these slabs or blocks with a protrusion or dome-like feature on it. There's another one of these with 3 dark spots. Check that out, folks. So let's zoom in on this area. We're looking at that object there, which is about 6 meters across. So check out the symmetry in this one. You've got straight edges parallel to one another, right angles there, and then a rounded part on the one side. Very similar to some other tombstone-shaped anomalies we've looked at on Mars as well. And then right there in its center, that strange sort of cylindrical part lying right there. And then this is interesting over here. It's like a hollowed out part, and inside it we've got a triangular object pointing in the opposite direction as the apex on this side. So what the heck are we looking at there? Symmetry and geometry going on, folks. And we're looking at this part of the photograph, another one of these strange objects with a part in its center. There's one very similar to the one we had a look at previously, and this part over here is about 10 meters across, to give you an idea of scale. So what the heck are we looking at here again? But small protrusions on top of these objects. Check out the strange U-shaped part over here. Small little blocks on top of this. Another strange item over there with parallel edges and right angles to it. Long narrow part over here. These look like megalithic ruins here on Earth. And we're looking at that object. It's about 14 meters long, and it's got symmetry and geometry to it as well. Got a flat edge over there, almost parallel with that part, and look at the right angles there, sort of carved in on each side. And then running through the center line there, we've got this long narrow part, and then another block over here, folks. Check out these straight edges, right angles to it, and then these smooth flat surfaces. There's lots in this photograph. Look at all the parts over here with small objects on top of them. 3 in a row there, and that one. This almost looks like a face. Check out the nose and the 2 eyes. Not that it is. Rather strange item that. It's about 6 meters in diameter, but let's focus on the blocks over here in this part of the photograph. But I want to draw your attention to these blocks over here, guys. That little square on top is about 5 by 5 meters in size. Get the multiple straight edges there, uniform depth to those, parallel with one another. Then the small block on top, and more blocky items around the strange part. It looks almost like megalithic slabs that are lying over there on the surface, slightly covered in sand and dust. Here we're looking at this rectangular object. It's about 12 to 14 meters across. Get the straight edges, right angle there. Uniform thickness to this, looks almost like another slab, and on top of it, strange triangular object. Very similar to that one we saw lying in that triangular opening towards the beginning of this video. Here we're looking at these parts, and that little square object on top is about 4 meters across. Get the strange part over here on the one side. Got a similar shape to this object and this object over here. Narrow rectangular part there, right angles to it, but this on top of the larger object is rather strange. Perfect straight edges and a right angle to it as well. So we're looking at some type of wreckage over here. These two objects are very similar in size and shape and geometry. Okay, here we're looking at these two objects. This one over here on the right is about 10 meters across. And what's interesting about these is the 3 objects on the top. Get the spacing between them. Straight line as well, right angle there, and then a perfect rounded arc design on the one side here. Seen lots of these quarter disc shaped anomalies on Mars. Okay, then we're looking at this part as well as that over there, folks. Got 3 objects in a row again, equal spacing between them, and then a small square object on the top at 90 degrees to this line. And we're looking at this larger part to the right. This is about 14 by 14 meters in size. Check out the right angle, and then 3 similar objects on the top, arranged in a triangular pattern, and that we've seen a lot on Mars as well. Check out this disc-shaped part, that there's about 12 meters across, rounded design to it, and in the center that strange conical or dome-like part there. And then also around it we've got these smaller objects. Small little triangle on top of that object, which is about 12 meters across. Got the triangular design to this. And what's interesting about this as well is the similar parts arranged around this, also in the shape of a triangle. Another object with a smaller part in the center. This one over here is about 12 meters across. Check that out. Right there in its center again, guys. It's got like a right angle to it. This part about 14 meters by 12 meters in size. Got a small part in its center. Also, you can see like an engraving on it, the right angle there. Then we're looking at another one of these Little disc-shaped anomalies, about 12 by 14 meters in size, and on top of it, got a small square part. Right, check out this piece. This is about 15 meters wide, and it's got small triangular objects on top of it. Smaller part sticking off this one side, right there in the center of this side. To me, this looks like a sculpted or carved item. It's about 14 to 15 meters long. Got the smooth flat side over here, over there as well. Uniform thickness and width to it. Strange triangular design over here, which runs across this block and across there as well. Looks highly artificial to me. Right angles there as well. Another block there, folks. This one's about 6 meters long. It's got two very flat surfaces again. Straight edges, right angles to it. We're looking at these two items. They look very metallic in nature as well. They've got strange designs on them. Let's zoom in on this one over here, which is about 12 meters long. It's got 3 dark spots on it, arranged in a triangular pattern. Check out this one. Also, on top of it, we've got that triangular design. This is rather weird as well. That piece there is about 15 meters across. Got like a bevel running through there. Small part on top bridging the gap. And then this piece over here at 90 degrees to that bevel. 2 more blocks over here, guys. This one on the right is about 5 meters long and about 5 meters wide. Look at the right angle there. And on top of this one, we've got 4 objects placed in like a cross pattern on it. And then a small little triangle lying there on top of this item. This is about 8 meters across. In the center of this object, we've got that small protrusion, and then the triangle here on the one side. Very similar to this triangular part there on the right. Another huge item there, guys, 15 by 15 meters in size. And on top of it, got these 2 long narrow parts, almost equal in length. This triangular part over here is about 12 meters across. Check out the symmetry and geometry in this piece. And another small triangular part. This one almost in the center of this larger object. Strange oval part there, about 5 meters wide and about 8 meters across. And in its center, this little rectangular block. What are the odds of that happening? And we're looking at another block over here. Another strange design on top of this piece. Another one of these smaller blocks with a rounded part on the one side and a little conical feature in its center. That there is about 3 meters across the small part to the left, located there, is about 4 by 4 meters in size. This is a rather strange shape. Got this part coming through there, and this here intersects that line. There's an unbelievable amount of anomalies in this photograph, folks, but I'm only showing you those that are really, really interesting. Here we're looking at more blocks. This one over here on the left, located over there, is about 5 by 5 meters in size. Check out the flat, smooth surfaces, right angles there. Another block over here, uniform thickness to it as well, and then on top of it another triangular part. Check out this piece over here, hollowed out slightly as well. This block is about 5 meters wide and about 8 meters long. With the right angles there, and then a small part on the top. Another rectangular item. This one's about 6 meters wide, and it's got 3 small parts on it, spaced equally apart. Over here we've got a strange anomaly, folks. Check this one out. It's like that there could be an opening. These triangular parts on the top. Strange alignment of small objects on this piece, which is about 14 meters across. Looks like we have a hole over here on the top, and then these smaller parts arranged in a circular pattern around it. The spacing between those. Two huge blocks over there with a small, long, narrow block on the top. This piece is about 12 to 14 meters across. Check out the small rectangular block there. Another blocky item, about 5 meters across. Check out the L-shaped piece over here to the right. Right angles to it as well. And then this strange part with these small protrusions or objects aligned in a row right through the center over there. Another rectangular item, about 6 by 10 meters in size. This looks very metallic. It's got the rounded bends and things in it. Strange line running through there, parallel with this one side, and then this bright object on the top. It's got like a small dome there on the one side. Looks like more of this sheet metal type of material over here to the right. So we're looking at some type of wreckage over there, or maybe a structure. Look at the alignment going on here, like a delta shaped design. That part is about 13 to 14 meters across. So it has two little triangular objects on the one side, and then this alignment is rather strange. This is another one of those strange disc-shaped anomalies, about 8 meters across. It's got a small part in its center. Look at the strange parts on top of this. Looks almost like pipes. Elbow joints over there. I don't know what this is. Maybe this is some type of engraving on this larger part. A dome-shaped anomaly in this one. This is about 8 meters across. It's got this convex shape to it. Looks almost like a shell. Wonder if this is a fossilized shell. We've seen so many of these on Mars. The 3 smaller parts on the top, arranged in a triangular pattern. A small slot over there. It's almost as if there's one on this side as well. Right, another small block lying on top of this. This block is about 3 meters long. The right angles to it. This over here underneath it seems to be carved out. There's a rectangular part carved out on this one side. This narrow part almost parallel with this one side. Another disc-shaped anomaly, folks. This one's about 14 meters across. It's got like a little triangular part on the top, and then smaller parts around it. And then on the edge of this disc, got these small parts as well. I wonder if we're looking at fossils over here, of some type of underwater life that existed on Mars. Look at these blocks. This is about 12 meters across. Got small parts similar in size over there. This looks like another one of these quarter disc-shaped anomalies. That block spanning the gap between these two objects. Another megalithic type of anomaly over there to the left. These look like rings. Check out this object. It's about 12 meters across. A right angle to it. And intriguing about this one is the small part in the center. Another rectangular part over here to the right. This looks like it's hollowed out. Seen so many of these types of anomalies on Mars as well. I wonder if this is some type of container. It's about 12 meters across. You got the edge. And then it's got the smaller parts on the inside. Right, let's switch over to Mars. And we shoot down to that site in this region called Noachis Terra. Let's have a look at those anomalies briefly. This type of design is scattered about throughout this region. This type of layout we've also seen quite often. Looks almost like the design that we see in that video of mine, the summer triangle asterism. This type of design is also there in that video. Lots of these little blocks as well. Okay, let's have a look at the site to the north. Two familiar bright disks spotted south of Johannes Regio. Very similar in size and shape. Seem to be mounted to these larger parts underneath, pointing in the same general direction. And then two almost identical parts there, pointing in the same direction as well. Strange piece there, looks almost like a wheel, some type of cylinder design. Hollowed out part here. Check out the triangular part on top of this. And then let's shoot off to dome and structures in Neukum. Another dome-shaped anomaly there, guys. Strange saucer-shaped anomaly inside this blocky item. It's got a little dome on it as well. There's another triangular pattern on this block. Lots of these blocks on Mars, the rounded edge. This is just one example. Another block. There's a triangle on top of that oval part. This type of anomaly we've seen repeated on Mars as well, and I found similar ones close to McMurdo Base in Antarctica, about the same size and shape as well. And then this is Proctor. Let's have a look at these anomalies. It's like a hollowed out disc. Similar disc shaped anomalies there, folks. Look at all those discs. This looks very similar to that anomaly in Naphtaliya, Egypt. That small part in the center bridging that gap between those objects. More blocks. More blocks, very similar to those we saw in this video. Another triangular object on that part. Another disc-shaped anomaly with a small part in its center. And that's it for this one, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I didn't want to make it too long, so do let me know in the comments below what you make of these anomalies. And I'll be checking out more Perseverance photographs in the future. I haven't seen anything really new. The rover has moved a bit, but it's still photographing the same sort of anomalies we've looked at in the past. But I will keep a close eye on that one, and then also on the MRO high-rise. I'll be checking out that catalogue for something new as well. So do take care, everybody. I'll see you very soon in the next video.